Hi everyone, welcome to our third video on Flutter for Beginners. In our past two videos, we discussed about block architecture and build a simple app using the concept of it. But today we are going to do something else. So we will start off with a question here which says, Bob has 5 red apples and his dad car will arrive in 20 minutes. Now, you have to calculate the mass of sun. Well, you might be thinking what? And that's obvious because the question here doesn't make any sense except the fact that it is somewhere related to calculation. So yeah, today we are going to build our own calculator which will perform all the basic calculation. You can add two numbers here. You can multiply two numbers, you can divide them, you can erase the result. And this is the final look of our app that we are going to build throughout this video. So let's get started. So I have created a new project here. Now let me delete all this code. So the home of our material app will return a stateful widget called homepage. In order to create a stateful widget, just type stful and hit enter. And our stateful widget will be generated. Now let's provide a name to it. This widget will return a scaffold which has the background color of gray of shade 900. Now as you can see in the screen, we have 4 components laid out in a column structure. The first component is the input given by the user, and the second component here is the answer, and the third component is this horizontal line, and fourth is all these buttons. So the body of our scaffold will contain a column inside which all our 4 components will be laid out. Let me wrap this column with the safe area. In order to create a buttons, we'll create a function called buildButtons which will return row. And we'll pass 4 strings as a parameter inside this function. These strings will be the strings that will pass to the buttons. So the children of this row widget will contain 4 flat buttons. Let's add them here. We'll keep the onPressed null for now. And each flat button here will contain a text widget as its child. The first flat button will contain the text 1. And I'll copy the same code here for 4 times. So the second flat button will contain the text 2, and third will contain the text 3, and the fourth one will contain the text 4. Now, as you can see in the screen, there are altogether 5 rows of buttons. So we'll call the function called buildButton for 5 times. Now the first buildButton will contain all this 4 text as its parameter. So I'll pass all this text. Till now we have created a function called buildButton which contains 4 strings as its parameters, and the function returns a row widget inside which we have passed 4 flat buttons, and all the 4 flat buttons contains a text widget as its child, and we have called the function called buildButton for the 5 times in order to create the buttons, and I passed all the strings that I needed to pass. Now if I'll run this code, then you can see the output as this. Since the text is not that clear because the background is a bit dark, since the colors of buttons are slightly different, all the operators have the colors pink, and the delete buttons are green and blue, and the numbers does not have any colors. Similarly, there is a variation in the text colors of the button too. So in order to do that, I'll create a method called operator, and inside this I'll pass a string x as its parameter. Now if any string passed inside this method satisfies this condition, then the method will return true, else it will return false. Now let's add this logic inside the color of our flat button. So if the parameter is text1, and if it satisfies the condition of our operator method, then the button will contain the colors green accent, and if it is false, then so this is for this particular column. If the string of this column is an operator, then it will contain a green color, and if it is not an operator but a number, then it will just have the gray color. And I'll do the same for the second column. Fourth column here contains all the operators, so we will not have to add any logic in this particular column. So let's add it here. Now all you need to change is the shape of the flat buttons. In order to do that, we have a property called shape, and this will be same for our all flat buttons. So I'll just copy this and paste it. Now we have to change the text color of the flat buttons. In order to do that, we have a property called style. So we will apply the same logic here that we have applied to change the color of flat buttons. Let's make this blue-gray. So I'll apply the same style to all the text of the flat buttons. So I'll simply copy this. So finally we provided the colors to our buttons, change the text colors of the buttons. Now let's add some space between these flat buttons. So I'll simply add a sized box here. Now let's add some more space inside the column widget. Now let's have a final look on what we have built so far. So yeah, we have all our buttons with the proper styling, but nothing happens when we pressed into the buttons because we haven't added any methods on the unpressed of the buttons. So this is all for today. In the next video, we'll continue from here. Till then, keep watching.